After you have installed Recipe Key Premium, if you go to Settings and click on Recipe Key, you'll get 3 different tabs. One is Summary. Summary shows you all of the different either categories or tags that it is associating with. So Recipe Key goes out and it looks if you have got gluten-free or dairy-free or nut-free, either in a category or a tag, it'll automatically find those. You can choose whichever you want. For this particular site, we are using the tags for our gluten-free or dairy-free, nut-free, etc. If you don't have a specific category and it's not finding it, it will show up like this organic. So this website is not chose to not use the organic. That's okay. You don't have to use all of them if you do not want to. It's just going to show a red X. So if you don't want to use quick meals, for instance, that's not part of your niche. Feel free to leave it out, and that's perfectly fine. It just won't find it. And then if we come up to the top and we look at, I'm going to jump over configuration and look at support. If you have any issues, always, go to our website. Feel free to reach out to me. Happy to help in any way I can. If you're having any problems, configuration issues, anything like that, just shoot me an email. Jumping over to configuration tab. So here, you've probably seen in other videos, you can hide the name. So for instance, gluten-free, you can hide that. You can hide the icon, so the little gluten-free icon. You can remove Recipe Key from the archive pages. Up here, you've got a drop down, so you can show Recipe Key below your post title, below the content at the very bottom of the content, or you can show it below the title and below the content, quite a lot like your social buttons for Facebook and Twitter, etc. Recipe Key now has short codes. If you haven't seen that video, check that out, and I'll show you how to use the short code and actually add it to a recipe card. So that's very useful to add, gluten-free, dairy-free, all that stuff to your recipe card. Check out that video if you haven't. And again, you can remove the name and the icon from that to kind of customize it how you want it. And then as we scroll down, we've got different styles. So again, choose your style, choose the colors you want, and then click Save. So you can have the standard style. That's how Recipe Key kind of was first introduced. And then you've got your split style where you've got your icon within the button and then gluten-free under it, or you've got your block style where you've got everything within the button. So for this particular, I am going to choose the block style. I'm going to grab a purple color, a deeper purple color. I'm going to leave the hover, so the hover over it of gray. You'll notice that this blue purple won't change until I click Save. And then the font. So the font is only going to change the font of gluten-free. It's not going to change the font of the actual icon. I may roll out an icon color at some point, but as of right now, the icon is just going to stay white. So I'm going to leave the font white right alongside the icon, and I'm going to click Save. After that saves, if I want to come back into configuration, I can scroll down and I can see if it looks like something I want, and I can hover over it and I can see, yes, that's what I want. And then if I go to the website, visit, and I go into a recipe, jump over here, I can see my recipe key and I can see that the colors have changed and it's within that block style that I wanted. I can also scroll down. I'm also using the sidebar, so I can see that the style has changed in my sidebar as well. And then I'm also using the short code within the recipe card. So again, if you want to do this, you can jump over to that video, but I'm going to scroll down here to the recipe card, and you can see here I've got my, the recipe is gluten-free, dairy-free right within the recipe card. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. Have a great day.